Imagine having a fortune so vast that you could buy anything you wanted, whenever you wanted it. That's the reality for the old money families, who have been sitting on piles of gold for generations. In this video, we're going to take a look at the 5 richest old money families in the world and the incredible wealth they've amassed. From banking dynasties to real estate moguls, these families have their hands in every industry imaginable. But how did they get so rich? And what do they do with all their money? Sam Walton, a humble man from the small town of Bentonville, Arkansas, had a vision to create a retail empire that would redefine shopping for Americans. The year was 1962, and Walmart was born. Sam's strategy was simple, yet brilliant. Offer low prices, a wide variety of products, and exceptional customer service. Little did he know that this humble beginning would set the stage for the Walton family's enduring wealth. Walmart's growth was nothing short of astonishing. It expanded across the United States and then went global, becoming the largest retailer in the world. The Walmart blue sign soon became a symbol of convenience and affordability. Fast forward to today, and you'll be amazed to learn that Walmart has over 10,500 stores and clubs in 19 countries and serves millions of customers daily. It's not just a store, it's a global retail phenomenon. The Walton family's collective wealth is more than just a number. It's a jaw-dropping $247 billion. That's right, they're not just rich. They're the richest family in the entire world. But here's the incredible part. Their wealth isn't sitting idly by. It's actively shaping the future. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Walton family's wealth is their unwavering commitment to the Walmart brand. They don't just sit back and enjoy their riches. They roll up their sleeves and get involved in the company's management. Why? To ensure that the legacy of Sam Walton is carried forward with the same dedication and principles he held dear. But that's not all. The Waltons have also made headlines for their incredible philanthropic endeavors. Their donations exceed $1 billion each year, and they're deeply involved in causes ranging from education and healthcare to community development. They understand that with great wealth comes great responsibility, and they're more than willing to take up the challenge. Have you ever wondered how your favorite candy bars like M&M's and Snickers came to be? The story behind Mars, the world's largest candy company, is one of hard work, innovation, and a family's passion for sweets. Our story starts in Minnesota, where the Mars family planted the seeds of their candy empire. Franklin C. Mars, the patriarch, was a candy enthusiast who began making sweet delights right in the comfort of his own home. It was here, in their modest kitchen, that the foundation of the Mars legacy was laid. One day, Franklin struck gold with the creation of the Milky Way bar, which would become the stepping stone for something even greater. But it was his son, Forrest E. Mars, who would elevate the family's candy business to astonishing heights. It was here, in their modest kitchen, that the foundation of the Mars legacy was laid. Forrest E. Mars possessed a unique talent for innovation. He wasn't content with just one successful candy bar. No, he had bigger dreams and a palate for creating iconic candies that would become household names. You've probably enjoyed one of these. The Snickers bar, with its perfect blend of nougat, caramel, and peanuts, or the Mars bar with its luscious chocolate and caramel. But Forrest's ambitions didn't end with candy bars. He established Mars Inc., taking the family business into new territories, including pet care and food. This diversification was a brilliant move, expanding their reach and impact. By the time of Forrest E. Mars's passing in 1999, he had amassed an astounding fortune of $4 billion. But their story doesn't end with their wealth. It's about the enduring legacy and the irresistible allure of their creations. Fast forward to today, and Mars is a global food company with over $40 billion in annual sales. This company employs over 100,000 people in 80 countries around the world. The Mars family still owns about 80% of the company, and they remain committed to Frank and Forrest Mars's vision of creating high-quality food products that people love. Imagine a family that starts with nothing and builds a multi-billion-dollar empire. That's the story of the Koch family. The story begins with Fred C. Koch, a brilliant engineer who developed a new method for refining crude oil. In 1940, Fred founded Koch Industries, a small oil refinery in Wichita, Kansas. Fred Koch was a visionary businessman. He saw the potential of the oil and gas industry, and he invested heavily in new technologies and exploration. Under Fred's leadership, Koch Industries grew rapidly. The company expanded into new industries such as chemicals, manufacturing, and agriculture. Fred Koch's four sons, Charles, David, Frederick, and William, all played important roles in the growth of Koch Industries. Charles and David became the co-chairman of the company in 1976. Under their leadership, Koch Industries continued to grow and expand. The company became one of the largest and most successful privately held companies in the United States. The Koch brothers were also known for their political activism. They were strong supporters of libertarian and conservative causes. They donated millions of dollars to political campaigns and think tanks. The Koch brothers were often criticized for their political influence, but they never backed down from their beliefs. Fred Koch died in 1967, and his four sons inherited control of Koch Industries. The brothers soon found themselves in a bitter legal dispute over the company's future. In 1983, Charles and David bought out their brother's shares of the company for $1.1 billion. Charles and David became the sole owners of Koch Industries, and they continue to lead the company to success. Today, Koch Industries is a global conglomerate with over 120,000 employees in 60 countries. The company is a leader in the oil and gas, chemicals, manufacturing, and agriculture industries. The Koch family remains the sole owners of Koch Industries, and they are committed to the company's long-term success. The Koch family's power goes beyond their huge business empire. As supporters of conservative and libertarian causes, they have been involved in politics and charity work. The fact that their contributions have been in the news and caused debate shows how much of an effect they've had on American politics. This family's history isn't just about money. It's also about the power of business, diversification, and the political power they've wielded. Their story shows how persistent people can be when they want to be successful and become entrepreneurs. The story of the Saud family is one of power, wealth, and intrigue. It is the story of a family that has ruled Saudi Arabia for over 300 years. The Saud family is descended from Mohammed ibn Saud, a religious leader who founded the first Saudi state in the 18th century. Muhammad ibn Saud allied himself with a religious scholar named Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab, and together they spread a new form of Islam called Wahhabism. Wahhabism is a strict form of Islam that emphasizes purity and monotheism. The Saud family conquered much of Arabia in the 18th and early 19th centuries. However, the Ottoman Empire eventually defeated the Sauds and destroyed their state. In the late 19th century, a descendant of Muhammad ibn Saud named Abdulaziz ibn Saud began to reconquer Arabia. Abdulaziz was a brilliant military leader, and he eventually succeeded in uniting all of Arabia under his rule. In 1932, Abdul Aziz ibn Saud proclaimed himself king of Saudi Arabia. He began to modernize the country and develop its oil reserves. Saudi Arabia quickly became one of the richest countries in the world. Abdul Aziz ibn Saud died in 1953, and his son Saud became king. Saud was a weak and ineffective ruler. He squandered the country's wealth and allowed corruption to run rampant. In 1964, Saud was overthrown by his brother, Faisal. Faisal was a more capable ruler than Saud. He began to reform the government and diversify the economy. He also used Saudi Arabia's oil wealth to influence other countries in the Middle East. Faisal was assassinated in 1975, and his brother Khalid became king. Khalid was a conservative ruler who focused on maintaining the status quo. He died in 1982, and his brother Saud became king. Saud was a more modern ruler than Khalid. He introduced some reforms, such as allowing women to drive. However, he also maintained the country's strict Islamic laws. Saud died in 2005, and his half-brother Abdullah became king. Abdullah was a reformer who tried to modernize Saudi Arabia and improve the lives of its citizens. He introduced some social and economic reforms, and he also tried to improve relations with the West. However, he faced resistance from conservative elements within the royal family and the religious establishment. Abdullah died in 2015, and his half-brother Salman became king. Salman is a conservative ruler who has reversed some of Abdullah's reforms. He has also cracked down on dissent and increased his own power. The Al Saud family is one of the most powerful and wealthy families in the world. The family's rule has been marked by both progress and repression. The future of the Al Saud family and Saudi Arabia is uncertain, but the family remains a major force in the Middle East. If you've ever filled up your car with gasoline or enjoyed the modern conveniences of kerosene lamps, you owe a tip of your cap to the Rockefellers. This family story reads like an American dream on steroids. John D. Rockefeller, the founder of Standard Oil, created a business empire that left an indelible mark on the oil industry in the late 19th century. It all started with a brilliant understanding of the power of consolidation. Rockefeller was the mastermind behind merging smaller oil companies into one colossal entity known as Standard Oil. This behemoth of its time quickly became the oil industry's juggernaut, dominating every aspect of the business from drilling to distribution. The Rockefellers' wealth began to accumulate at a breathtaking pace, and by the early 20th century, John D. Rockefeller became the world's first billionaire, an astronomical feat even by today's standards. Now, imagine a fortune estimated at a staggering $1.5 billion. This wasn't just wealth. It was economic influence on a scale that few could fathom. The Rockefellers, with their keen business acumen and unyielding drive, had indeed etched their names into the annals of American history. But here's where the story takes a remarkable and deeply inspiring twist. The Rockefellers, amidst their astonishing wealth, realized the profound importance of giving back to society. John D. Rockefeller, the family's patriarch, set out to be a pioneer in philanthropy. In 1913, John D. Rockefeller established the Rockefeller Foundation, effectively creating a new paradigm of charitable endeavors. It was a game changer, as this foundation committed itself to addressing some of the world's most pressing issues, from public health to education and scientific research. The Rockefeller Foundation's impact on society was nothing short of revolutionary. As time marched on, the Rockefellers didn't rest on their laurels. They understood that wealth should be a force for good. Today, the family's wealth has been distributed among various trusts, foundations, and investments, making it challenging to ascertain an exact figure. However, their wealth is estimated to hover around $11 billion, which might not make them the richest family, but their impact on society is immeasurable. While the Gilded Age is long gone, the legacy of these families continues to shape the world today. Their businesses employ millions of people, and their philanthropy has benefited countless causes. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more content on the rich and famous.